The spiritual laws of life, a higher powered living talk. My friends, today I want to talk about something that has transformed my life, the spiritual laws of life. When I say spiritual laws, I'm not talking about rules imposed from the outside. I'm talking about principles that are always operating whether we are aware of them or not. Just as the law of gravity works for everyone, spiritual laws are principles that govern our inner life, our growth, our relationships, and our experience of peace. The beautiful thing is that when we align ourselves with these laws, life begins to flow with greater ease, clarity, and purpose. Number one, the law of divine presence. The first spiritual law is this: there's a presence living as your life. You are not separate from the source of life, the breath moving through you, the intelligence beating your heart, the awareness hearing these words right now. These are evidence of a presence greater than the personality. For years, I thought I had to find God somewhere outside of myself. Later, I discovered that the presence I was seeking had been living within me all along. The spiritual journey is not about becoming something else. It is about awakening to what has always been true. Law number two, the law of consciousness. Life tends to express according to the consciousness we hold. What we repeatedly think about, dwell upon, and believe influences the direction of our lives. Fear produces one experience, faith produces another. Scarcity produces one experience, and gratitude produces another. This doesn't mean we magically control everything. It means our consciousness shapes how we meet life and what possibilities become visible to us. As we elevate our consciousness, we elevate our experience. Law number three, the law of cause and effect. Every thought, word, and action plants a seed. Every seed eventually bears fruit. Love creates more love. Kindness creates more kindness. Resentment creates more resentment. The question is not whether we are planting seeds. The question is, what are we planting today? The future is being created by the choices we make in this moment. Law number four, the law of surrender. One of the greatest spiritual laws is surrender. Not surrendering to defeat, not surrendering to limitation, but surrendering to the greater wisdom of life itself. My own journey began to change when I finally admitted that my way wasn't working. I became willing. I became teachable. I became open. The moment we stop insisting that life must unfold according to our plans, we create space for something greater to emerge. Surrender is not weakness. Surrender is cooperation with wisdom. Law number five, the law of growth. Everything in life seeks expression and expansion. The acorn seeks to become an oak tree. The seed seeks to become a flower. And you were born with infinite potential seeking expression through you. Life is always inviting us into a greater version of ourselves, a greater capacity to love, a greater capacity to serve, a greater capacity to forgive. Growth may feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is often evidence that we are expanding beyond old limitations. 6. The law of giving and receiving. Life flows in cycles. The breath comes in and goes out. The tide comes in and goes out. Giving and receiving are two sides of the same spiritual movement. When we freely give love, encouragement, compassion, and service, we participate in the circulation of life itself. And we must also learn to receive. Receive help, receive support, receive blessings, receive love. A blocked stream cannot flow. Law number 7, the law of gratitude. Gratitude expands awareness. It shifts our attention from what is missing to what is present. Every day, there are miracles surrounding us. A beating heart, a sunrise, a second chance, a kind word, a moment of peace. The grateful heart begins to see abundance where others see lack. Gratitude doesn't ignore challenges. It reveals the blessings that exist alongside them. 8, the law of love. Above all spiritual laws stands the law of love. Love is the nature of the presence living us. Love heals, love forgives, love unites, love transforms. The opposite of love is not hatred. The opposite of love is fear. And every spiritual path ultimately invites us to move from fear to love, from separation to connection, from judgment to compassion, from darkness to light. Closing reflection. As I have grown in recovery and spiritual understanding, I have come to see that life is not asking me to become someone else. Life is asking me to become more fully who I already am. The spiritual laws are not punishments or restrictions. They are invitations. Invitations to live consciously, invitations to trust, invitations to surrender, and invitations to love. And when we align with these laws, we discover something remarkable. The presence we have been seeking is the very presence living us now. The light we have been searching for is the light we already are. And that, my friends, is higher powered living. Remember, you are the light. Let your light shine.